All right, it says we're live. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. We're already into mischief, so I said, let's go live and take this mischief out there for everybody else. Let's see. Y'all saw Ed say that he's going to be running late. He ran to pick his mom up at church. So let me see if I can say.
Like a good boy.
Oh, wait, before you say hi to everybody,
Go ahead.
why are we always yelling reposted when Dee Dee fell off the chair?
Again?
Say when the gas blew her off the chair.
Right. That thing's gone viral, I'm telling you.
Oh.
You guys mind if I drink?
It was funny.
Adele, Sky Dancer, Exotics, Emma, Hattie, Holly, Freaky Fish Lady, Sandy Dowdy, Lisa Sparkman, Sky Dancer. I may have said twice, but that's all right. Lots of Sandy talking. I hate stupid people. Stephanie.
Hey, Steph.
Is that what IHSP stands for?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I hate stupid people. But you can call her Steph or Stephanie.
Been a while. It's nice seeing her again.
I know. I haven't seen her much lately. There's Ed saying hello. Blake Stevens. Dee Dee is in there. Dee Dee spreads herself all over.
Yeah. There's a lot to go around.
That looks like everybody. And the panel, welcome Skipper and Mike.
Big J's here too.
And is he? I miss Big J. Yeah. Hey, Big J. Sorry. Oh, there he popped up. Just saying, I'm behind them.
Craig.
I'm behind. Craig just popped up. Yeah,
Linda Worth.
Welcome, guys. And let's see, Mike and Susie Q. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Northern Tide. That's
So,
twice I've seen Northern Tide today. And Mrs. Aquaballs is here.
Hey, Marie. I don't think you've been in here but once or twice, and it's been a while. So I'm serious about the corridoras. She's saying she liked those Adolphi. I can't say them. Corridoras that were on the picture that Susie had. And I have some. They don't breed very often, and they don't lay many eggs. But I'll be glad to work out a swap with George for something. When you all get ready, just set up.
What stories are there?
A Dolphi? Is that how you say it?
Oh, okay.
Those are nice.
Close to that. Yeah. I've had them a long time. They're old. It's Corey's.
I want some too.
Hey, Bruiser. Oh, I can always work a trade with you, Dee Dee. Daniel.
You know it.
All right.
Fish Rimmer.
Yeah.
Good evening, Fish
Daniel.
Rimmer. I don't know if I know Fish Rimmer. Probably do, and I forgot. But welcome.
He's been around a while. Very nice fella.
Okay. I'll have to check out his channel. And that reminds me, guys, check out everybody's channel in here.
Yeah.
Make sure you're all sub to each other, and especially these people up on the panel. They're awesome. So check them out if you don't know them. And we're doing a part 2 of what we have in our personal tanks, taking a little break from having guests, especially during the holiday when there's so much going on. And we had got around to Skipper, I guess, talking about what he's got, and then Mike, and I can as well. So, Skipper, do you mind going first?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm good. I'll go first. So I have. Well, let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3.
It's a glorious thing to have to keep recounting.
Yeah, I do actually. 9.
That means there's been additions.
Yeah, or deletions.
19 tanks up and running.
Wow, dang.
So
what did you have a year ago?
I don't remember. Probably not that many.
No.
Matter of fact, no, because I just set that fish back up this year. I had less.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, I got a wide range of fish actually, and then my son at the Keystone Clash this year, I picked up an axolotl. And I'm telling you, them things, they are so personable, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
I got it trained already to eat in one spot. Like when it's hungry, it goes to that spot and just stares at you. It's funny.
Like I'm here.
Yeah, let's get this started. But one of my favorite fish is corridors. I have quite a few of them. I have red Venezuelans. I have the black Schultz. I have longfin paleotis. I have some barbatus, which is a long nosed cory. Got them off the TM Aquatics. I have I got oh man, I can't remember them all. Millennium, blue spots, and there's one more I have a trouble saying its name. It's not in front of me because normally whenever I'm doing my streams, it's in the basement. And it's an Aspidorus, is what they are. I have a couple different kinds of plecos, mainly bristlenose plecos. I have the long fin chocolate ones. I got them off of Stephen P. A while back. They've bred. I have green dragons. I have lemon blue eyes.
Ooh.
Hello, Ed. I have
Yeah.
long fin albino. The regular bristlenose, just the albino. I have something new to me that I just got is platinum half beak. Believe it or not, I got them from Petco. I was in there. I was looking to see if they had anything on sale. I was up there for an appointment or something. And I walked in. I was like, all right, I got to get them. I have tank space for them. I said, I'm going to get them. And they're pretty cool. I like how they surf the top. Let's see. I have electric blue cars behind me in the 55. Also in there is one of my other favorite fish is the African butterfly fish. They remind me of mini arowana. They have the same jaw structure and everything. So they're pretty cool. I also got a bush fish in there. I got that off of Misfit, and I need to do a video on that fish because it has one heck of a story behind it. I'll say it here. Whenever I received it, they weren't too gentle with the box. We'll just say that. Whenever I opened the box up, there was no water in the bag. It ended up getting a hole in it from all the shaking around that they did by throwing it. And what I did was I hurried up and got a gallon jug, dumped it in the tank, got some tank water out, and I had no choice. There's no way of acclimating it. Plopped it in there, left him in there for a while to make sure he was doing good. And I hurried up and set up a hospital tank for him. And it did get fungus. I treated it. It was gone within 2 days. And this fish has been doing great ever since.
Oh, awesome.
I have a hot blue catfish in there.
That's my favorite catfish, the hot blue.
Oh, I love it. And whenever I put him in that 55, he got big real quick.
Really?
Yeah, he's about 5 inches now, probably the biggest he's going to get. It's the smaller poplar catfishes.
How'd you say that?
Poplo. It's a hot HIPLO.
H-O.
H-O-P.
H-O-P.
Yeah.
Now, are yours albino or are they the regular?
It's the regular one. I got them at the Clash, not this past time, but the year before.
Me too. That's when I got mine. We probably got them from the same vendor, but I got the albino one.
They're nice.
I had bought both, and they ended up passing away on me because whenever I got sick, that tank got sick, and I couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
So I had one survivor. I mean, they are pretty cool fish.
They're like armored tanks. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a Pictus catfish.
One of mine died recently. I don't know why. Still got one.
Oh, that's it. I don't get it. Stuff just happens. You don't know why. You can do so much, try to figure it out. Sometimes they just die. But trying to think what else I have. I got some Gadaids, the tequila version. I got them off of Skull Aquatics. They're pretty cool. I'd like to get more of them. They're care species fish.
Yeah.
Because of Ed here, I got some what are the Synodontis lucipennis? Is that
Oh, nice.
right?
Mhm.
I ended up getting some banjo catfish too. They're pretty neat looking. uh, I got some rainbow shiners. I got them off of ABC.
I got some from ABC too.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh,
great.
them things are beautiful. Rainbow darters. I got 2 of them from him. I have from Jennifer Weaver. I got some. I think it was the triple red epistos she had. I got
Mhm.
some of them off of her. Hmm. Oh, at the Clash this year, somebody marked a box of free fish, and
Nice.
I hurried up and grabbed 2 bags of them, and they were the green neons.
Oh, beautiful.
Every one of them had survived. I was a little. It was. I wasn't sure though, because the way they were, they bounced back, and and they're doing wonderful. They're beautiful too. I like them better than the regular neons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a I have a pencil fish. I can't say the name of it. It starts Beck. No, it starts with a B. I can't
Becker?
say
Beckford.
no.
Beckford.
Beckley Eye. Beckley Eye is what it is.
Oh,
Beckley.
What? No, it's a lot. Blows your mind a little bit. I can't say all these fancy dancy names,
Fine.
Yeah, well, you don't
Sometimes
have
we're-
Dr. Anthony screaming at you, telling you saying it wrong.
No, I don't neither. I want to buy some fish off of him that he bought back from Peru, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do that this come spring. He had gifted me at the Fishtoberfest some Trileniatus coriodoris, which is your false Julie. They're pretty cool. They were wild caught from Peru, and I got like 2 CW91s off of them. They don't have a common name yet. Oh man, I know I'm probably forgetting some. I got some Maria Z guppies. I also got some guppies off of Ed. They're doing really well. What is that? The Japanese blue? Is that was the name of that?
Well, he took all the ones I put in the competition. So I put Japanese blues. Did you take swordtail guppies?
Yeah, the swordtail.
And there was also my
I always forget that one.
oh my gosh, Nebula Steel.
Yes, there. That's what it was. Beautiful fish. The Japanese blues. They're breeding. They're in my wife's tank at her work. She's like, "Oh yeah, finally got some babies." I said, "Good." I do have a pond out front, but that pond is shut down now because it's too cold. I had redfin minnows in there. They bred. I have quite a few of those. I want to get them to breed in the tank that they're in now, so I can get more of them. They're very, very beautiful minnow. It's in the white cloud family. That's pretty much it.
You still have the starry whatever, the one you got from the class 2 years ago?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I have a tank. I need to get a 75-gallon tank because these things are getting big. I have my Star Sapphire cichlids. I did get some from the Clash 2 years ago, and they ended up passing away. I don't know if it was me or what it was, but I ended up getting more off of Pepplin Creek and Foxy, and they always send you an extra one. Well, all 7 of them are still alive. It's time to upgrade to a 75-gallon tank. Yeah, no, that should be it.
I'm sure that's pretty, though, a whole tank full of them like that.
Yeah, there's 4 males and 3 females, so it's going to be interesting when them males get bigger. All the color it's going to be in there. They are a slow grower, so which was nice that I have time to get a bigger tank. But that's something I need to do here next year is to get a bigger tank. I've been looking. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's a nice fish room.
Yeah, it's a lot of fish, a lot of different fish.
Well, it's spread out through the whole house too. So I
Now,
got the
if you had
55.
2 or more species of catfish in the same tank, or do you have like species of catfish in all different tanks?
Well, in one tank right now, I have 2 different species, but I'd rather them be by themselves because
Yeah.
of breeding.
Okay.
Some of your Corridoras, like if they're the same, species like your Venezuelans, you got like 3 different kinds of them. You put them all together, they're all going to interbreed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's best to have them separated.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, in the house, I got 3 in my bedroom, 2 in my son's room, 1 in my daughter's room. Oh, Congo tetras are in that one, and some they're called puncture corridors. They stay small. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Also have humpback limias. I got them off of Kenny, and they have bred, so that's cool. I got some another care species fish. I had this tank behind me. This is the dining room. I got 1 in the kitchen. That's where the axolotl is. I got to set up a 20-gallon long for him,
Yeah.
for her. I have a tank in the laundry room that I use for whenever I get Corridora eggs. Whenever I put the fry in there, put them in their own separate tank and feed them. And everything else is in the basement.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
When is enough enough? Are you going to keep going?
He's
Or
already
tank?
said he needs a 75.
So
I know.
I have 240 breeders I need to set up yet, and what's going to go in them is the Barbatus. I can't say the first word; it's a long S word. And then the Rainbow Shiners and the Rainbow Darters also. They're going to go in one tank. They're cool water fish. And then in the other tank is going to be the Synodontis lucipennis, and the banjo catfish are going to go in that one. So I got 2 more I need to set up.
I'm taking this 75 down right after the stream because I need it for a snake. A big snake that's coming Thursday. So I've got
Which tank?
The 75. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm
What's
going to
in it
move.
now?
It's got those cyclosoma cichlids that when Ed and I went to Atlanta to the fish talk, and it's got my 2 rope fish and my black ghost knife fish. So they got to go somewhere tonight.
Now, is this the snake you posted on social media?
Yeah,
A 6-foot snake.
at least he could be up to 8. So just
Oh my
depends.
God.
I won't know the sex or which one it is. That's why they're half off. It's just you get you one of these snakes if you want it now. So, but I'm happy to get him. Yeah, I'm happy to get him. I've got everything I need now. So, but anyway,
So you
Sweet.
say, just like the rest of us. Yeah, I got everything I need.
Yeah.
Until next week you see some.
well, no, I mean to make that for the snake.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Not that he's done.
Yeah.
No, I'm not done. No. That'll put me down to 67 tanks, but I need to get below 60, which is what I'd like to do. So, anyway, thanks,
Yeah.
Skipper. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
You were up to 80 some at one point, weren't you?
80, I think. I thought I had 82, and I recounted, and it was 80.
Bob, have you ever done a tour of all your tanks in one video?
No, because it would take too long. I used to try to do like a room at a time, and I sometimes will show them when I'm feeding them, but even that's like an hour just to show them as I'm going around. So,
Okay.
yeah. But when I get it on down, I'm not trying to do that. But that's just a long video because I talk too much anyway. So I will. All right. Mike, I can't remember if you're still keeping any fish or if you've gone over all reptile or what's going on.
Yeah, mine'll be pretty short and sweet. I've got 2 tanks left running with fish in it. I got 40 breeder in the bedroom that's got my multifasciatus colony.
Oh, nice.
And I've got 29 here in the living room with my cotopunks that I got from George, aquaballs.
Mm.
What were they that you got from George?
Cotopunks,
Oh, yeah.
Is that shell dwellers?
Yeah.
they're not a true shell dweller, but they do utilize them.
Yeah.
It's pretty fish.
Yeah.
George is rearranging things, right now, Mike, and I think he's thinning out some things and all that. He's just wanting to redo his fish room. So if anybody wants fish, now would be a good time to ask him. And I know he has angel.
That's the last 2 I got.
Were they called coddle punks?
Caudal punctatus.
Coddle punctatus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Do
Rachel,
they harem?
yeah. Rachel had a
Shelley?
big
Oh.
tank. She had like a 75 or a 55 with them, and then she had some true shell dwellers too that I can't remember the name of. So she had like 2 levels of fish, and they were getting along. I mean, while she was showing them, so yeah, they're cool fish.
I got to see them before whenever I was over in Portland, Oregon this year at Kenny E's house, Kenny and Danikins. And what if I remember correctly? Don't they have like yellow on their fins?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're just a beautiful fish. And then whenever we was doing that Fish Fam auction this year, there was somebody, I can't remember her name. I think it was Sarah Sieber. She was selling some. They're a pretty nice fish. They're pretty hardy too, I believe.
I've never had them. It's another fish I've never kept. So are you going to stay where you're at, Mike, or?
Yeah, or I will take these last 2 down or stay where I'm at. I haven't decided yet.
And your other tanks that you did take down, you've got reptiles in them yet?
Just about all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever. And y'all might remember me talking about that I had tried to buy a little king snake at PetSmart a couple of weeks ago, Black Friday, and they wouldn't sell it because when we were looking to sex it, its little booty was bloody. So they said they were going to let the vet look at it. Well, they called me yesterday and said that the vet said it was okay, and when it pooped, it could go. And it had pooped, so I went and got it. You won't be able to see it, I don't think, in here. Yeah, you can. And he's got a stripe, like a road stripe that's broken down his back. So he's a California king. He's real tiny. So after this, also, I'm going to be moving my hissing roaches to a smaller thing than a 10-gallon and taking their thing over for this guy that I totally forgot about. I thought I'd never get that snake. So anyway.
Were the hissing rodents for dinner
No, roaches.
that you decided not to feed them?
Roaches, hissing roaches.
Yeah, but did you originally buy those to give to your?
No,
Rodents?
I was looking for live food like bugs and stuff at Petco here locally, and I saw those, and I saw the other roaches I have that I never could feed that I keep as pets. Anyway, these were cool.
You got them as food.
Yeah, I did the other ones, but I keep them as pets now.
Because they make great food, yeah.
Yeah, they do. And I thought about letting them go because I've got 2 colonies of them like you did in your tanks that they would do. And they would be fine like with those 2 ball pythons. But
Right, because they won't mess with them.
no, and the anoles that are in there, I think I have 6 or 8 in there now. They're too small to mess with them. They get crickets. So I might let some of them go in there, but there's a bunch of them. But anyway, the hissers, I started reading about them, and they were easy to sex, and I started looking. There were 2 in every one, and I finally found one that had a male and a female. So they're really cool. They move around, and they're good eaters, and So I like them, but I'm going to have to move them. They got to give up that 10-gallon. I need it for the snake.
Mm.
Mike, that was short and sweet. Thank you. How much time do we have? Oh God,
We only have 30 minutes.
Why don't I just talk about one room of fish? How about that?
Okay.
That'd be great.
Living room, bedroom, or dining room?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick a room by the toe.
All right.
Do your bedroom.
All right, my bedroom, which really
Ooh, we
be
got
hard.
to
We're gonna find out what's in Bob's bedroom.
I've got
Let's see where the magic happens. Come on.
yeah, when I'm laying
Keeps
in
a
bed.
cougar in there, doesn't he? Or
cougar,
a jaguar,
Kind of. Got five cats here. When the dogs and I are all laying in bed, to our right, there's a 55-gallon that has the Jack Dempsey's that I show every now and then. One from that tank's from Ginger Graves, by the way. It was a have to get rid of or move out tank. And the female in there came from her, and then I got a little male that Rob and I at Aquatic Aesthetics were able to confidently sex and put in there, and he's really big, almost as big as her. So they're right by my bed. I mean, like 3 feet away over against the wall. And then on a dresser thing or something above there is a 40 breeder. Right going down that wall, there's a 40 breeder, and all it's got in it right now are some Raphael, the spotted ones. I was about to ask you for help, Skipper, because I know you didn't say your Raphael cats, did you, Skipper? No.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah, I know.
I got
Just
spotted right. Yeah, I got those too.
Don't they get big, the Raphael ones?
The spotteds, no, they stay smaller. They get about 4 to 5 inches.
Yeah,
And
that's what they are.
the Raphael catfishes, they get big.
Okay.
The stripe. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the stripe.
So anyway, I've got some Raphael catfish, the spotted ones in there, and there were 9, and I know that 2 have died. I've taken 2 corpses out over the last few years, and they were hiding in an ornament at Ethan's store, and I felt sorry for them, so I got all 9 of them, and so there's at least 7 in there, I'm pretty sure. And then I've got one big gold sunset gold angelfish in there with them. That's the only fish swimming around that I'm wanting to breed, but I've got to find another one similar to that. And then I moved the tank that was on down the row and put my birds there. So coming on around the corner, I've got a 29 that has just plants in it right now, and I've been thinking about breaking that down. And underneath it is the 40 breeder where the puffer was that suddenly, like we talk about, died. The I forgot a tank already. My Ed, you had one. What are those puffers called?
Amazon?
Hagen puffer.
What? Dragon. Yeah.
Oh.
I had 2, and one died after about 2 years. It was sickly kind of, and then the other one died a few weeks ago. So those 2 tanks are just sitting there, and then coming on around, I've got some Comet and Sarasa goldfish in a tank that are getting pretty big. They need to go outside or something out of there. It's a 29. And then I've got a 30 breeder, which is just a 40 breeder, but it's shorter. And that's where I've got my mud skippers, 3 mud skippers.
I love them.
And that's on the others. That's on the left side of the bed. Then we came on around the room.
The
That's
Indonesian ones or the African ones?
The African ones, they're brackish. I just did their water change this afternoon. So I'm thinking about setting up another one because the big male in there bothers the little male, and he's skinny, so he needs to get out of there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I make sure he eats anyway. And then coming on, down below them, I've got my old female 4 or 5 of the rainbow cichlids. I've got some in this tank behind me. They're younger, and those are females in there, and they're always trying to be like who's the boss and pretend one of them's a male. And but so they're funny, but they're down below them, and I had them hatched them out from an old pair I had, so I raised those. And then coming on around is where I've got the crabenzas, the giant crabenzas, and there are fry in there that are small, but they're getting to be little fish. And the mother's in there. She killed the dad. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And I missed, like before we first started with the cichlids. What did I call it? Jaguar cichlids. Beside the bed, at the head of the bed, is a tank. I took one down that was on the bottom of the rack, but up above is a 55 acrylic, and it has the Oscar in it, the little Oscar that I rescued. It had its eye
One
picked
eye?
out. Yeah, and he's a big boy. He's big now, and that's where the two hoplos were, and where one of them died. He didn't do it. He gets along with the hoplo, so they're buddies. So, and that's that room. That's everybody in that one room.
Wow. What size is that
Well,
room?
hoplos are pretty old,
I know.
aren't they?
I got I got 3 of them from Florida. The tilapia store is the place I got them, and they sent them in the summer. And one of them never did well, and it died. But they were tiny, like matchstick, little bitty,
Oh,
skinny,
wow.
just fingerlings. And but they did great. They grew real fast, and I moved them out of a tank I had with guppies and stuff. So because they were getting ready to start chowing down on fry and stuff, so they've done great. But yeah, I've had them for a few years, 3 or 4 years, maybe more.
I think I remember when you had a puffer fish. Was it a female?
I've had lots of puffer fish, and I still have puffer fish.
But you would show her
Oh,
all the time.
you're talking about Dharma the Fahaka.
Yeah.
She's one of those that I just found dead one day, and just know she was beautiful. She had reached a foot long and just gorgeous, not a mark on her, and chunky, and yep. And that's where the Oscar and stuff are. I moved them in there when she passed. Yeah.
I think
That's
I'd be
cool.
very, very upset with my Fahaka, because that's like a puppy dog, you know?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
it broke my heart. She's in the freezer. I mean, I haven't even buried her or anything.
I get
She's
it,
in the
yeah.
freezer. But I've got another Fahaka that's called Dharma 2, like Dharma TOO, not Dharma number 2. And it's in a tank in this room, or in the living room behind me. So I've got another Fahaka. So,
Are you
yeah.
thinking about getting it stuffed?
A what?
Are you thinking about getting it stuffed?
No.
Taxidermy?
No, I'll wait till it's spring and probably put her down in a big pot or something, or like the Indians, like we used to do back in the day, or put her out in the woods or something under a bush. Or I've got a couple others in there, like big Severums that I've lost over the years. That, I've had a long time, but they need to be unfrozen and buried.
Mine go under my lilac tree or bush.
Sometimes you just don't want to throw a fish away, and you can't flush them at that size. And I
No,
don't
you can't.
throw them out in the woods, which would be okay, but I just
That
rather
was what
do
my old lady axolotl was too big.
Yeah.
Pam said that's what she did with all her exes too. Stuck them in the
I was
freezer.
Pam in there. That's what I did with all my exes. I'm sure. Did they flush okay, Pam? Anyway, that's that room. So, and I've got
That's amazing that you have that many tanks. If I had fish in my room, I don't know that I could go to sleep easy enough.
I would never wait, like when the
Well,
when the power goes
I feel
off.
the same way.
I wake it up when the power goes off. I wake up at night because I know something's wrong. I wake right up. I mean, it's not
I
that.
loved having my fish room in my bedroom because it was so peaceful.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's peaceful, but
My fish room was so peaceful.
I would get stirred up watching them and think, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Sometimes I do watch them going
Yeah.
to sleep, but usually I'm playing with the dogs and we fall asleep. I've got coming right out of that room is my kitchen and what I call the breakfast area. It's like a big L shape. I can tell you what's in there if y'all are not bored to death.
keep going.
Sure.
I'm loving hearing all these fish.
Yeah, me
All
too.
right. When I first come out of my bedroom to the right, I've got the matching 50 or 55 gallons in acrylic. It's an odd shape tank that the Oscar's in. That's where I've still got all those Jack Dempseys in there. All those babies that were from Blue and Cobalt. And
How many Jack Dempseys do you have in a 55?
a ton of them. A
Oh my
ton of them.
gosh, I have one female Jack Dempsey, and she's probably in my top 5 fish.
There's a ton of them in there. They've been in there since they were born in there. But what I'm going to do with them when I ever finish getting the pond put up, the pond pool in the bedroom, and the pacu in there, I'm going to actually use them to help cycle that before I move them, because they'll love that. It's going to be 400 to 700 gallons. I'll probably just put 400 in it because of the lake.
Well,
Yeah,
if
it's a
you
little
ever need
swimming
a home
pool.
for a male one, I'll gladly take a male one.
Some of mine are the gold morph, Susie, and they're not a dominant gene, but I've got several of the gold ones in there. I was trying to think of her name that bought some from me here, and I used to sell them, but I stopped selling them. She's here in Middle Tennessee, and I sent her several small ones to make sure she could get a pair. And she got a couple that were the gold ones, and she was messaging me and sending me videos like a year later saying, there's something mixed in with these. And I'm like, no, I've got the parents. Here's the parents right here. And they just have a gold morph. So they're really pretty. Most of them are blue, though.
Okay, I'd love to see them.
Let's see, I've got those. And then below that, they're on a rack. Then down below that are 3 10-gallons. And there's one tank that's just snails. That's for the puffers mainly, and so there's that tank, and then in the middle is there anything in there? It's plants. It's a plant tank and snails, and then on over to the side of that is Ed's guppies that I'm sure you've got too, Skipper. Those that are so prolific, the double tails. Yeah, I forget what they're called.
Swordtails.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got tons of
Wait,
those.
the swordtail guppies?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, and there you can have some, Susie, if you like some.
I would love some. I don't have very good luck with guppies, but I will try again.
You can't kill
Well,
them.
they're a beautiful guppy.
Yeah, you can't
I
kill
would
them.
love
I had one at the I brought 2 to the Clash for the competition.
Oh, those. I would love some of those.
When is the clash? When is it?
September 22nd.
Oh, so it's over.
That was in your
Yeah. The
aquascape
new
bed?
one.
Yeah.
Oh no! Well, one was in my aquascape, yes, and the one was in the competition
Oh, okay.
because I brought 2 of each things in case one would die on the way. I wouldn't be out of the competition. Nobody died, so I threw him in because I had a bunch of yellow female guppies that Rico gave me.
Okay.
So I had the one boy going crazy having fun,
Woo!
and all these girls.
I bet.
Yeah.
And he
He's
was
the
a
man.
yellow fish, so he blended in.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a male guppy's dream come true.
Yeah. It was like 20 female guppies in there and him.
It's like a harem. He must have been in heaven.
Yeah, that's the best
I was
ride he
afraid he
ever
might
took.
die because he was so
They'll start-
busy.
They'll start legends about that. Those guppies will, and we only had one grandfather and all that stuff. I can just hear them at several
Yeah,
generations.
they're all related.
They're all related. They'll be like Tennessee guppies, you know, all related. Let's see. After that, I go over to just another. I think it's just a 20 tall. Yeah, 20 tall, and it's got more crebensis in it. But those are actually the regular crebensis, and they came from Tennessee Aqua from Robert. And also got my gold laser cories in there. I only have 3 of them left, but I've got those in there. And then on the other side of the garage door is a 55. It's the oldest tank I have, and one that I had when I retired, one of the original 8. It's got silver dollars in it, big silver dollars. It's got those black African barbs that I waited a long time, like over a year, to get from Dan. They're like 4 or 5 inches. Some rainbows from Ginger Graves. There's something else in there, but I'm not remembering what they are. Anyway, then I come on around to another rack that has 3 and 3, and the first rack is those pistogrammas from Jennifer Weaver. She sent me 6, and one of them didn't look good when I opened them, and it did pass. But I think it was the shipping, the temperature, or something, because when I unboxed them, one of them didn't look good. It didn't have color. But the others are doing great in there. They haven't spawned for me yet. Have yours spawned, Skipper?
Sorry, I
The
was.
Pistogramus, did yours spawn yet?
Which one is it?
The Pistograma.
No, I don't think they did. I put a coconut cave in there
Yeah.
because I
My-
got
Mine haven't either.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know them actual pisto caves, or it's the clay ones that you get from
Mhm.
Aquarium Co-op. They were
Yeah.
too small
Yeah.
because the male's bigger than that hole. I'm like, wait a minute, this don't make no
Well,
sense.
I thought about when we went to Atlanta. Ed, do you remember what, Jesus, what's his name that we toured his fish
Mitch
room?
Bloomer.
Yeah, do you
Mitch?
remember how he had his set up?
Yeah, he was very keen on. He said it's very important to have a nice slime coat on the inside of your caves. And so he never took his caves out of the water, and he would rotate them. And he had a tank with just shrimp, and he would keep several of his caves in there with the shrimp to build a slime like on his the bottoms of the tops of the caves because you keep them upside down. So it might be worth instead of just dropping a coconut in there, drop it upside down for a while.
Do you
You know,
remember
let
what
some
he
algae and
used?
stuff grow on
Do you
it.
remember what he used for all of his caves?
Yeah, what he used the things that you put a terracotta pot on to catch the water that comes out of the hole.
The
You know,
saucers. Yeah. The
yeah,
saucers.
and he would cut with a little grinder squares out of them, so they could go in and out.
It's a real
And
flat
he just
cave.
just two saucers on top of each other.
Oh, okay.
It was a perfect cave. I'll try to find a photo or a video of it quick.
That's interesting.
Awesome. Yeah.
I didn't know
and so
about the slime cave thing.
I've got lots of those clay pots. In fact, I've got some right in front of me and some of these reptile things that the plants died in and stuff. So I could try that if I break them, so what? But yeah, so I was thinking the other day that I might try that. And let's see, then coming on across that row are the real deal, the ones that I keep called the Santa Maria Endlers from Dan. And then right below them are some of the culls that are just, all different kinds and colors and shapes. Right below them are different kinds of tails. And then in the middle tank are the guppies that I accidentally made, and I actually kept culling those. And they're pretty guppies, I think, but there's nothing spectacular about them. But they're pretty guppies. And they came from good stock. It's just that they were crossbred between two fish accidentally. And then I've got my, I'll never think of what they're called.
Oh, that's neat.
See, he keeps them upside down, so like
let me blow you
algae and
up.
stuff will
Hold on. Let me
grow
blow
at
you
the
up.
top of them. But you can also see the shrimp crawling all over it, keeping them clean also. But he says that
And then-
biofilm is what they like to lay their eggs on.
Yeah, and he flips them
And
like
he
one
just
over.
cuts those holes.
Yeah,
And they're clay pots that he cut that little hole in. Oh, cool.
they're the
Yeah.
saucers.
Yeah.
I'll find one here that's put together quick.
Yeah. Bob, do you have a bucket list, holy grail fish? Kind of snoochy, but I've kind of not been trying to go down my list because I'm wanting to minimize the number of fish I have. Yep.
Okay.
So this would be the
Nice.
hole.
Okay.
I think this might be a video. Yeah, this is a video. But when I put my camera up, they didn't want to come to the window. So here's
know.
another one, and
So
seeing
they
they're
like
hiding in.
like a little flying saucer thing.
And who made them?
Mitchell.
Mitchell Broom
Blue-
in Atlanta.
Yeah, Brooman.
Okay.
He was one of our guests, I think, once or twice. See, there, finally popped its head out.
Oh yeah.
That's Scruffy City, right?
No.
No, that's
Well,
No,
that's
not.
Mitch from Knoxville.
Oh,
I'll find a
okay.
picture of Mitch. I had a photo of him
Mitch
right
did-
next to it.
Mitch actually did a part 1 and part 2.
Okay, y'all went to his
oh,
house.
yeah. I know him.
I
Yeah.
remember
This is
him now.
Mitch.
He had his whole basement full, some upstairs, and then he had a greenhouse that we went through.
See,
Yeah, he's a
what's
master
his,
breeder.
He really is a master breeder. He's the real deal.
Yeah, he was telling me I had a fake Corey Julii
Yep,
because he looked at it for me and told me
Yeah.
it was the knockoff.
that's
Oh,
him. Yeah, but just walking around and listening to him,
Yes.
listening, I kind of was trying to film and all that and listen. Ginger, I think, got to talk to him more than Ed and I did, and then Ed maybe, but it didn't matter because all you had to do is pay attention and listen, and you were learning.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that greenhouse. That's a dream of mine. Oh,
Yeah.
It's so neat. He's
It
breeding
is.
rainbows year round in there.
Yep.
I'd like to build one too. I got oops, photos
I'm
of
glad
it,
you got
like the
pictures on
inside.
there. It's inside, yeah. Is that me over there, big fat dude? Oh my God, what a goober.
That's a terrible
Isn't-
picture of you, Bob.
They're all terrible.
Isn't his channel name Guppy? Have guppies in it?
No, it's just
No.
Mitchell Broom.
Okay.
He doesn't
Yeah,
post a whole lot, just breeding stuff is what he posts, like technical stuff.
Lots of rare corridoras.
Yeah, placos. His fish room is amazing. Those videos are up. I mean, from when he was on, he showed stuff, and then Ed's got videos, I think, up of his stuff, and I know I do on my channel.
Yeah, he told us a lot about little different things in your fishing.
All kinds of little hacks and stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, I even relayed one of them on another stream, but I can't remember what it was about. But I remembered the conversation.
Ed, do you remember what he said that he cut those little saucers with? Snoochie Booch is asking.
He used it's like a grinder that has a big sandpaper circular thing, and
like a Dremel?
A Dremel, maybe.
yeah, it's like a big Dremel, but it's got a sideways spinner.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on the side,
Huh.
but you could do it with a Dremel.
Yeah.
Like a metal grinder.
Yeah, yeah.
He had those in all of his Episco tanks, and I went in one room, like wandered away from you all, and that last little room all the way back there.
Here's a video I need to put together on how he was using his spawning mops for his rainbows.
Yep.
And I shot a whole 10-minute video of him, and I never did anything with it. But I mean, he just had beautiful Corys.
And he used Christmas tree. Don't forget that. He had like Christmas tree garlands. Remember that hack that he had cut up the green ones, plastic Christmas tree garlands or whatever they're made of. He had those all over his tanks. Oh wow.
This was just a little baby pleco. It was just a little bitty one. I mean, look how big the shrimp are next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, here is a wild betta he had. He's breeding wild bettas.
Yeah, I forgot that. He had a whole section of those.
Yeah, isn't he the one that was telling us he keeps his water over the rack on the top shelf? So when he does his water changes, the water's already been sitting up there.
Bob, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I gotta
See you, Skipper. Thanks.
I got an ambulance run to go do.
See you. Be careful.
All right, later.
Here's some of his shellies.
Yeah.
I was trying to find his goodieads that I just fell in love with.
Oh my God. What were those first things that Ginger almost held him at gunpoint?
This was the goodiead I want to get from him so bad. It's pink and pearl.
And see the Christmas ornament there, or the Christmas garland. Never thought about that.
Well, because it's cheap enough.
He's got it in a bunch of his tanks, and they breed like crazy. What was the fish
The
when he
female.
first went in? His foyer or his front room there he had?
Yeah, that was lots of shellies of some sort.
No, were they rainbows or something? They were swimming up top.
I videoed them, so let me go. There's the female. See, she's not quite as pretty as the boy.
Right. Anything goes. Hello? Whatever he had, Ginger was trying to get him to promise to sell her eggs, and they were gorgeous. So.
Snoochie, that's Christmas garland. Oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah, these guys. These were way up in the air, and I had to hold my camera way up in the air to get them, so it was a little shaky.
Tetra? Are they a tetra?
I don't remember what they were. I think they may have been a Achille.
Oh, okay. He had so many things too.
This was in that tank upstairs.
Yeah, no, those were those, but he had something swimming up top too. Those were the shellfish or the shell dwellers. Shellfish. This is so much more fun than me talking about things we can't see.
I know,
There
right?
it is. These were swimming up top of the shellies.
And
Oh,
he had
darn it.
some
Killifish, aren't they?
It was a terrible video. It's only 9 seconds.
But
I couldn't keep. They were too fast.
That was
so I
his
gave
show
up.
tank. And
Looks like a killifish.
whatever they were gorgeous. And he had eggs and had some smaller ones downstairs, but Ginger didn't come away from there.
And here's the auction we were at.
Yep.
The Atlanta auction.
Oh, those auctions are awesome.
Ed, let's put the brakes on me getting those 3 big fish I was going to get.
Here's the ram I got, or Severin.
That's the Severin I got you. I'll definitely take him for sure still, Ed, because he can go in my 180 behind me. Yeah, I'll definitely still take him if you're going to get rid of him still.
Well, let me debate it. If I can get a new home for the Red Devil, put him in a tank all by himself, then I'll figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to keep cichlids in there or try to do rainbows.
Don't forget you're going to have this 120 too. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you're going to have more room. So is that the end of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Let me let you back down, Ed. Thank you. It was cool.
Yeah, he was an awesome guest.
Yeah.
I was super smart.
And
I saw him at the Triple Crown too.
Did you?
Yep. We rolled down the elevator together.
That's cool.
Yes, Snoochie, he finally did put some fish in the
he was just
Megaplex.
We went down for their club had the guy from North American NANFA, the NANFA, the North American Fish thing, did a talk, and I videoed his whole talk, and I've never found out if I can post that. I need to ask him, but it was very interesting. And then they had a small auction, and that's where I got the cichlids that are in this 75 that I now have to put somewhere. They were in real bad shape.
Look.
They were in nasty water. Yep.
This was part of that talk. I took a lot of photos of the board because I wanted to read what, go in later and read what it was about.
Oh, Skipper's still here. Let me get him back up. He's here. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
a false
He
alarm?
got canceled.
These are all native fish to Georgia.
No, the call got
Different darters.
Okay.
Oh, what happened?
The actual company that got called out finally got a crew. They called us because they needed.
Oh. Yeah, remember he told us that it's illegal to collect anything out of the wild in Tennessee. Anything.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can get snapping turtles as long as they're over 6 inches.
Is that an
Found out.
exception? Oh, okay. Well, he was talking
Yeah.
about fish, though. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like that rule also is for frogs and anything alive that comes out of our waterways.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
We are not allowed to take out unless we have a fishing license, and we kill it when we take it out of the water.
Oh,
And
why
you
is
know-
that?
And you know that at the Chattanooga Club, that guy always has those native fish there. I forget his name, Bob or Robert. I think it's Robert something, the young guy.
Yeah, but I think he says he gets them all in Georgia.
That's how he does it. And I brought home, he was giving them away at the end of the day, and I'm like, oh, I can keep some of those alive. And I brought them home, and every freaking one of them was dead the next morning. I'm
Oh.
like,
Well, native fish are hard.
yeah. But
They
I
like
put 'em
lots
in,
of oxygen.
yeah, I put them in an over-oxygenated tank. It was just a pristine, planted tank. I forget what I had in there, but what I had in there was really hard to keep, and I don't have them anymore either. Oh well, I won't get any more of them from him, that's for sure. They were some kind of red, some kind of dart or something.
It was darters and shiners, I think he gave.
Yeah,
It was given out.
yeah,
They make pretty tanks.
they do.
But yeah,
Especially if you
How
do the
hard they are
bio
to-
type.
It's
just like at
that hard to
ABC.
keep. Yeah,
Mhm.
ABC Kenny has some amazing tanks.
yeah, he
Yes,
does.
it
See,
does.
he did a stream tank recently too. It's pretty cool.
I saw that. Yes. The only thing I have from him is one little frog from his tadpoles. One tiny frog.
Just so you guys know, the reason why Tennessee did that law that anything you take from the waters you have to kill is because they want to keep promoting our sport fishing, but they also want to keep our darters alive. And we have the largest amount of darters left, I think, in the world in our mountains.
Okay.
And they don't want people to come in and take the darters out and sell them. And so that's the whole concept, is that they want to make sure that the darters are staying alive and the other rare fish. So
Jesus, I wonder if you got caught with one of them, heading down a road back out of a creek. If you got caught just by TWRA, what that fine or jail time would be.
One time, long time ago, in my first marriage, my ex-husband and I and a couple went flounder gigging on the boat, and they have to be like 13 inches to keep them. Well, when you're standing over them in water, you can't really tell if it's 12 and a half or 13 or even 10
Right.
sometimes, because lots of times they're almost covered in the sand. But once you gig him, he's going to die. Well, the girl had caught one, and it was like a half inch shy of being enough. But she said, I'm keeping it. So
Oh,
we were
God.
coming in, and we looked, and there was the game warden up at the dock. She took that flounder and stuck it right down her sweatpants. Brought him up on the shore.
you know what she should have done was gut it, cut the head and tail off and gut
Well,
it,
you're not allowed to.
clean it.
Oh,
You got to leave
wow.
them intact
Till
so they
skin
can
'em.
inspect.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess it
Yeah.
depends on where you're at, but that's
Yeah.
what a lot of fishermen will do
Yeah.
in places. Like even I know that's like the big tuna guys will do. Will, if they accidentally get one that's too small, because they have to clean them. But if it comes into port without a head on, it's probably was an inch too
Yeah,
small.
yeah. You're not allowed to do that anymore. You can't even dehead shrimp.
Wow.
And we used to go on the boat, and by the time we got back, we had all the shrimp, the heads off. And so all mom and daddy would have to do was wash them and, bag them up when we got to the house. But
What did they have to
nowadays
do?
you can't
for
do
'em?
that.
What did they have to do?
We sold shrimp, and we would dehead them out on the water on the way back into the where we tied off. And that way, when they got home, all we had to do is rinse them and put them in 2-pound bags.
It's
and
not
put
what
them
you
in
said before. You knew why I said that. You said they had to wash
No, I
them.
didn't.
Wash them.
Wash them.
Wash them.
Wars.
All right. Kenny has gone live. It's been live already, so I don't want to keep going. So we'll stop. And we had a good second stream. And Ed, thanks for jumping in with that stuff. That's amazing. Love the spontaneous stuff. Love it. Love it. So thanks everybody in the chat, and thanks for posting links, mods. Appreciate y'all. And Mike, thank you. And guys, don't forget, we still cannot get a GoFundMe going for him. I've tried twice today, still cannot get
Oh
it.
no.
Got a stupid email from him that was a response to the complaint email I sent yesterday, finally, and it was automated. The response was automated. I'm like, this is craziness. So anyway, Mike, you can buy him a cup of coffee, and that's helping him. He says, so let's keep at that. And Susie, thank you. I'll see you. We won't see you Friday. You'll be off on Reptiles.
Yep.
And Dee Dee, I might see you there. Ed, I won't see you there. And Skipper, be safe. Thank you all. Good
Yeah.
night.
Never do a video called or a show called Cattails. I'll be there.
Ah.
Cat tails. Good night.